Mighty.
After watching the movie, I was watching Batman 1966 for the 20th Century Studios 90th anniversary countdown because this is a show that was made, but that was distributed by 20th Century Television, which is interesting to worth knowing that we all know that Warner Bros. Is the one that owns Batman and every single DC character. So it's interesting to know that not everything DC adaptation wasn't made by Warner Brothers. All of them. But that's what I did throughout May 1st throughout today, May 11th. Watch Batman, the original series, starring Adam West as Batman, Burt Ward as Robin, Yvonne Craig as Batgirl, Cesar Romero as the Joker, Julie Newmar as Catwoman, Burgess Meredith as the Penguin, and Frank Orsini as the Riddler, and you name it. And this is a show that I've been wanting to watch for like a decade, cause I had knowledge of this show ever since Lego Batman 3, cause that game has Adam West in it as like the way, and he is used the way Stan Lee was used in the Lego Marvel games, where he is like you had to rescue him from Pearl in order to unlock him. But it also pays tribute to the Batman show because there's a level that's about the Batman TV show, and you can get the 60s versions of Batman, Robin, Catwoman, and Batgirl, and Riddler. And I think Penguin too. And I think that's pretty awesome. And that really interests me in the old Batman show. And I also on Netflix watched the movie that came out after the first season. It's not gonna be on the 20th Century Studios list, but I'm telling you that I already seen it. And I really liked it a lot. I think I watched it like in 2016, I believe. I really enjoyed it. Don't remember much about it, though I remember that I believe the final battle would take place at a boat, and like Joker, Penguin, Riddler, and Catwoman were the primary villains, and there was like a romance between Bruce Wayne and Selina Kyle. Although I heard that the Julie Newmar's not Catwoman in that movie for some reason, but we'll get to that more later, cause the casting for Catwoman gets weird. But now that I've watched the entire show for the very first time this year, what are my thoughts on it? I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fun, I thought it was colorful, and I thought it was entertaining for what it is. A fun and campy version of Batman. I really enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was humorous. I thought Adam West made for a very unique Batman. Is not the same as Michael Keaton or Christian Bale, Ben Affleck, or Robert Pattinson, or Conroy. He is doing his own version of Batman that's very different from what we usually see him in, and I think that's a good thing, and he was one of the fun Batmans of all time. I really enjoy his Batman a lot. I really like Burt Ward as Robin. He's so far right now probably the best live action Robin, more than Chris O'Donnell, honestly. And he is very fun, not just when he says, "Holy blank, Batman!" But I really enjoy what Burt Ward did in the role. I really thought he was a great sidekick to Robin. And I thought Batgirl was a great addition to the third season. I thought she was very awesome in it. And I like how they kept her identity secret from Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson. I thought that was pretty interesting. And how she lives on her own, I thought that was very interesting as well. Um, and the costumes, while will not work in the modern movie today, it looks great for a 1960s TV show. I really enjoyed that a lot. Like the costumes a lot. How the colorful they look and the way they look. I thought they looked really nice for 1966. And also, I thought the villains were very entertaining and steal the show. Of course, Joker, Penguin, Riddler, and Catwoman, and newer ones like King Tut, who steals the show in every episode. He's very hilarious. And though I'm confused a little about his dual identity, because when he is defeated, he transforms back. He goes back into being like the perfect real identity, which is being like a professor or something like that. And also some other characters like Shame, False Face, and some cool special guests like the Green Hornet and his sidekick Kato, played by Bruce Lee. That was very cool. Um, and I also really thought the intro was matched the tone of the show perfectly with all the classic comic book look to it, with the like Batman. I'm not gonna do it the whole thing, cause in case it hurts your ears, but that's what it sounds like basically. And it's very catchy, and I really enjoyed that theme song when it comes out when it plays out every single time in the episode. Um, and I found it interesting how the shows is like, because in the first two seasons, every two episode is like a two-part episode where the first part ends like, "Are Batman and Robin gonna make it alive? Stay tuned for tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel." Thought that was pretty interesting. Although in season 3, with Batgirl is introduced, they changed it a little bit, where there are some episodes where that's like a two-part episode, while a lot of them are like stand on their own, and it teases the villain of the next episode at the very end of the episode, which I thought was a very interesting change when they did season 3. I thought that was very interesting. One thing that I've always that I felt confused by in this show is that you've noticed that they have for some reason recast Riddler and Catwoman, but then later they brought back the original actors. I don't know what happened. I thought that was very strange, but it's not like it was worst idea, because they were like the recasted Riddler and recasted Catwoman were not as good as the other two, as of course Frank and Julie. I mean, they have some moments, but they're not the Riddler or Catwoman of this show. And they also recasted Mr. Freeze 3 times. For some reason, I thought that was very weird. So this show is weird with like recasting villains and then later bringing back the original villain actors. That was very strange. I also thought Commissioner Gordon and Alfred were likable characters. Of course, they're important parts to Batman lore, especially Alfred. And I like how this show did not take it too goofy and too humorous, because at times they do keep the characters a little seriously, even though it's a little campy. They do try to make them still a little super heroic and try to fight crime, which I thought was a good thing. I like they didn't go too goofy with it or fun with it like I ever thought it would be. But I like how I'm sure they know this show is campy, but it tries to be like a superhero show, which I think is a good thing. And of course, I really like the Batmobile. It's iconic. but it looks really good. It's like one of my favorite Batmobiles of all time. And I like of course, the Bat helicopter, which I remember most of it because of the movie. Like, I'm so glad to finally watch the entire show. I thought it was very fun. I had a great time with it, and I really recommend it to you guys for the Batman fans or in regular TV fans. So I'm glad to watch it for the 20th Century Studios 9th anniversary countdown. So what are you guys' thoughts on Batman 1966 to 1968? Let me know in the comments below. Peace out and bye.